Hey guys, Ernie here and welcome. This year for Father's Day, my family got me a 3D printer. In fact, they got me the Creality Ender 3 Pro. Now I've made some adjustments to it since I got it, because of course that's what 3D printing is all about, just tinkering. But the printer itself is very capable and costs about 220 bucks. Today we're going to take a look at 10 3D prints that are awesome for any outdoor lover. I'm going to tell you guys how much they cost to make and how much they weigh. Thanks for watching, guys. Now before we get started, I'll tell you all these are downloaded from the website Thingiverse. I'll leave a link down below to each of the designs that I used in case you want to print your own. I'll also emphasize that you don't have to have your own 3D printer. You can access a 3D printer at a makerspace, or most public libraries these days have 3D printers available. I think you just bring in your own spool of filament, or I'm not sure exactly how, you just pay per time. And you can print yourself out these things. They don't take very long to print, most of them. Let's start with keeping your Bic protected. So first we'll look at two covers for your Bic lighter. I'm actually going to do an entire video just on Bic related prints if you guys want to. There's quite a few things that have to do with Bic lighters, so stay tuned for that. These come right off the printer and they fit excellently. What they really are for is, obviously if you've got your Bic and you push it, you can lose gas. Well, if you pop these on here, you won't lose your gas. You can put this inside of your cook kit, your fire kit, whatever. This one actually has a little lanyard hole. These hold very, very well, okay? I mean, I can't shake it out, okay? So it's pretty well in there. It's easy on and off, but it does stay on very, very well. There's quite a few versions of this that you can get. I'll leave the links to the ones that I printed out. Weight of each of these is 5 grams, and they cost 10 cents to make. Next, we're going to look at two different prints for gas canisters, and actually maybe a bonus print. I didn't do it till later, but you can print this bottom protector. This helps protect it from rust, but that's a whole separate issue. But as you can see right on top here, we have a cap for your canister. A lot of times the caps that come with it, you can easily lose it. Now they stay on good, but once you take it off, you can easily misplace it. So this one is designed to just get on the side here. You can just pop it onto whichever canister you want, and it pops right on. Very good retention. This is not coming off. So if you're using it, you just pull it off, use your stove, and then when you're done, you can pop this back on, okay? Now, let's say that you don't want to have one of these, or let's say you lost this original one, all right? You can print off of a much simpler one. It just pops on, okay? Once again, I mean, it's not coming off, all right? This thing's pretty good. I mean, you can pull it off, but it's got good retention right off of the printer. I don't remember exactly how many grams this one used. I want to say it was about 20 grams, so probably about 40 cents to make this one, because it is a little bit bigger. This one is 7 grams or 14 cents to make the top. Now, in keeping with the same kind of theme of using these gas canister stoves, we like to use feet on them, but they can weigh more than you want. Now they don't weigh a lot, but they can take up space as well. So if you want a smaller set of feet for your canisters, you can use these. They pop on super easy. And there you go. You've got very nice ultralight. I mean, these things weigh 3 grams, or they cost 6 cents to make. Now, if these are even a little bit bigger than you'd like, you can go with something like this. These are even smaller. And again, with something like this, if you're looking at saving every bit of weight is one thing, but the space, these will fit, these will fit pretty much anywhere. You pop them on, and I really like these. These are the ones that I've put into my kits because they're so darn small and so lightweight. You see how tiny they are, and they're on there. I mean, these are not coming off unless you try. I mean, there, I pulled it off, pulled it off, pulled it off. But very easy to put on. They're not going to pop off on their own. These are even less. Each of these is 1 gram. So once again, 3 grams for the set, and that is 6 cents. Moving away from canister related items, this is for ultralight cordage. This happens to be Dyneema or Zing It that I bought, I think, from Dutchware Gear. I don't even know how much this holds, but I'm going to take this off so you guys can see what it actually looks like. And there, you can get a good idea of what it looks like. Very, very small. This is bendable, okay? I mean, this is designed to be super, super lightweight. It weighs, in fact, 2 grams, so it costs 4 cents. And I haven't measured this, but I would say it's probably 30 feet, 20 or 30 feet, I don't know. I probably should measure it, but I'm lazy. Needless to say, you can hold quite a bit. And this is much easier to keep in your kit than just kind of throwing it in there and hoping that it stays somewhat together. That's more of a pain. What I do is just pop it through there. That'll probably hold, but then I'll go ahead and throw it through the center here and lock it in good, and that's not going anywhere. Next, we've got these line locks. Now you see these line locks all over the internet. I just did this with a little pressic knot. Attach this to whatever you want to hold, and then you string your guy line through here, and you can easily adjust it. Works extremely well. If you take this Zing It, for example, you just flip it through there. Once you got it, I'm pulling, let me grab it really hard. I'm pulling super hard, guys. It's not gonna come out. You wanna adjust it, you can simply adjust it just like that. But once it locks in place, it is not coming off. These things are pretty awesome. 1 gram each, or 2 cents for each one. Pretty hard to beat, and they take hardly any time at all to print, but you can see they're not coming apart. Next is a match container. Now these are readily available, don't get me wrong, and they can be very inexpensive, but I wouldn't go so far as to say they're 30 cents inexpensive. This unscrews very simply, and you've got your matches and your little strips. There's 2 strips in there. Fits perfectly. You can make it out of any color you want. I probably would have made it out of orange, but I didn't have orange filament at the time I made this. Like I said, 15 grams, 30 cents. Pretty nice little piece of kit. These are also great gifts, you know, if you want to give people stuff, something like this in a fire kit would be very nice. Cooking is something we all like to do outdoors, and carrying spices is something that can be, you know, a pain sometimes. Both of these, this one right here, there are a couple options. This one's larger. It is 23 grams in weight, or 46 cents. It's got different parts, okay? So these are the parts that actually just hold whatever it is you want. And then each of the tops will have a different pattern. You can see this one has that pattern. This one has a different pattern. This one has the most minimal pattern. And this one's just a top so that nothing comes out. You want to stack them together. Super simple. These come straight off of the printer. If you orient them correctly, you do not have to use any support or anything. If you want something a little bit smaller, I don't like this version as much, but it does have the S and the P right on there, which is pretty cool. Right there, S and P. And you just unscrew this side or unscrew this side. The reason I don't like it as much is that, you know, it's kind of hard to get, these tops are on there permanently. So it's kind of hard to get the salt and pepper in there. But once it's in there, it's very convenient because you can know which one's S and which one's P. You can go in and edit this or mark them whichever way you want. But these are 2 ways, super light ways to carry spices with you on trail. Next is another thing you can easily purchase. This is a long-handled spoon. All right, this one is very thin, but that's the way it's designed to be. I mean, it works just fine. I will say this is made out of PLA. There are better food safe products out there. I just made it because I did not at the time have something that's food safe, but there are food safe filaments out there. This just gives you an idea. This is 7 grams, 14 cents to put this together. Pretty nice from the standpoint of cost. Works extremely well. It's got a little spot to put a lanyard if you want to. How can you beat a long-handled spoon like this for 14 cents? Another interesting piece of kit is this. This is a tick remover. You see these everywhere. It's not the kind of thing you want to spend money on necessarily, especially when you can make your own. It works extremely well. You put the tick in the center here, and then you just pull, and this little point right here allows you to pull the tick out pretty much every time. 1 gram, 2 cents, pretty hard to beat. And last, and probably my favorite, is this paracord spool holder. I really like this thing. I would say that of these 10, this is my favorite overall. We're going to pull it out again so you can see it. That's enough, you can see that. So there it is. Okay, we're looking at 8 grams, 16 cents. This, unlike the other one, is much firmer. All right, I mean, this thing, I can't break it. I mean, I probably could break it if I wanted to, but there's no point in breaking it. But it gives you plenty of room to hold your paracord. I like to do it like this so I can hold this little knob. This is 30 feet of paracord. I have measured this one out. And again, you can pop it underneath this little section right here. Pretty simple, just I loop it through that hole and then tie a knot. You could do this a million ways. This is the way I do it. And that's not going anywhere. How nice is that to carry your paracord in your kit without having to worry about it busting up all over the place. Again, 16 cents, pretty nice, pretty nice. Now, the entire process of 3D printing still feels like magic to me, to be honest with you. You just sit there and you watch something be created and you're like, wow, I mean, this is unbelievable how you just take a model off of a computer and you print it, and there it is. Solid form, robust enough to stand the test of time. I mean, these things aren't gonna get messed up. It's amazing. I'm slowly learning the process of designing my own parts and pieces. I'm using Fusion 360. This is a free program you can use when you're using it just for personal, non-commercial use. This is the second video I do on 3D printing. The first was on designing and making your own ferro rod handles. Very cool video. If you're interested in that, check it out down below. In 5 minutes or less, you can design your own ferro rod handle to your own specifications. You can fit it to whatever size ferro rod you have, whether it be round or square. Really simple, so make sure you check that out down below. A 3D printer allows you to take three-dimensional designs that you create yourself or download off the internet and make them into a real item. Again, pure magic. And you don't have to spend thousands of dollars to do it. You can pick up a very simple 3D printer like mine, buy yourself some filament, learn just a little bit, and you're off to the races. I mean, really, how awesome is that? And how awesome are some of these pieces of gear? Let me know if you guys like 3D printing videos. Again, you don't have to own a 3D printer. You can find a friend that has a 3D printer or go to the library. Most of them have 3D printers now available that you can use to print out your own prints. Like I said, if you guys want more 3D printing content, just leave it in the comments down below. I read all the comments. I'm not able to answer a lot of them because, quite frankly, I'm just super busy. And as COVID starts to really pick up again, it's going to get even worse. But if you guys like these types of videos, I'm not going to print out kind of random little munchkins or whatever. I'm going to print out things related to the outdoors. So if you're interested in that or me designing and printing my own gear, let me know down below in the comments. Do me a big favor, guys. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up down below. It really does help spread things across YouTube and helps the channel out tremendously. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscription button. And if you want to make sure you don't miss any videos, whether it be 3D printing or any other videos that I do, hit the notification bell and you'll be the first to know. As I said, I really look to you guys for a direction on the channel. I've gone over the years, and as certain things and certain topics that are very popular take flight, I do more of that. And if you guys like this 3D printing content, I'll make sure and do more of it in the future. As always, guys, I appreciate you checking out the channel. Stay tuned for more videos soon.